Brings me to my next question. Over the weekend, you went viral for laying out 10 steps to autocracy. Run us through those steps.
So, start with winning an election. Usually the last one you're going to get to have for real.
In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
And it's very cool. No more elections.
Number two, you have an expansion of executive power. The president decides he wants more than he's supposed to have. Number three, you start to make the Congress complicit.
We are all afraid. Smart statement.
So you weaken them and you neutralize or neuter the judiciary. Like, the Supreme Court is giving you unfettered power and saying we don't have the ability to stop things.
The thing about the courts, they're the least dangerous branch because the judiciary doesn't have the powers of the purse and it doesn't have an army.
Then you move on to firing all of the people who know how to make government work. So you gut the civil service. And you do that because you want to break democracy so people forget the stuff that used to get done.
Half a dozen or so of the senior career leaders at the FBI. These were people with decades of experience who had been overseeing the most sensitive matters.
So you can't get your Social Security check. So the CDC doesn't know what diseases are anymore. Then you put in place these loyalists, people who are only responsive to you. You put them in charge of the FBI so they go after your enemies. You put them in charge of the Department of Justice, the Department of Defense, so they can signal to their friends and tell them all about the evil plans that you have. Then you break how we communicate. So you criticize the media.
Since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are
is
attacking
terrible. Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. You're going to go back to your studio at NBC, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead.
And you create your own echo chamber of propaganda. You call it truth even though you know you're lying. Then you go to the next step, and I call that step 7. At step 7, you have to blame someone. You have to blame people for the broken government, for the broken promises. So you go after DEI.
We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion.
You go after the vulnerable, the dispossessed. You go after any community that doesn't look like what you think power should be.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. Our country will be woke no longer.
While you're doing that, you make certain that you, in step 8, you eliminate anybody who could help them. So you sue law firms that do pro bono cases.
Lawyers are who you go to when you need your rights defended.
The big law firms, they're not that tough. Look how they're settling with Trump.
You're truly attacking those clients who are seeking to really advocate for their own rights and defend their own decisions.
You go after philanthropies and accuse them of giving money to the wrong people. You go after colleges and universities that can teach people possibly what else they should know. You get to step 9 and you start to encourage and incentivize private violence. You send the US Marines into spaces they should not be. You send the National Guard in.
A federal government should not have the authority to deploy troops against its own citizens.
You kidnap people off of the streets and pretend that's normal. Because that's how you quiet dissent. Because you make everyone afraid that if they don't do what you want, they might be next.
You can put us in fucking prison. You can take Trump up there and put him on trial every day. We're not gonna stop. And what we know is you guys are a bunch of pussies. You will crater.
And once you've done those 9 steps, step 10 is easy. That's when you decide there won't be new elections.
No more elections. Oh, that's good.
Because everyone's either afraid,
We are all afraid.
poor, broken, or complicit.
Okay. Wow. Well.